Elder John Morgan. I am thankful for the good instructions imparted, and for the Spirit of the Lord which has been in our midst, and to mingle my testimony with those of the brethren who have already spoken. May we return to our homes from this conference strengthened and refreshed. There is no subject nearer or dearer to the hearts of the saints than the training of their children, rearing them in the principles of the gospel. Parents have received the truth and gathered with the saints, but this is not the case with our sons and daughters born and reared here. They have not had incentives to investigation, nor has their faith been tested. They may have convened in family prayers, participated in asking the blessings of the Lord upon the food of which they partake. They may also have attended meetings, and tacitly coincided with the principles they have heard. When they grow up, they must be subjected to trial, for God has decreed that he will have a tried people. Many of the youth wander from the faith of their parents, to whom pain has been brought by such instances. Perhaps these alienations have been superinduced by neglect on the part of those who should have instructed the young. With such young men it is not so much a question of infidelity as of ignorance. They have not been carefully taught. My attention has been directed to the situation by the fact that I have met many young men who have been called into the missionary field, who have confessed their ignorance of the principles they were sent into the world to declare. There had been a neglect on the part of their parents. The result has been in such cases that it required almost the length of a mission before they were prepared to combat the errors of the world. Such young men have bewailed their awkward and humiliating position. It behooves us to take such steps as a community to afford the youth opportunities to obtain a knowledge for themselves of the principles of the gospel. In line with this are the Sabbath schools, the number of whose attendance has increased in comparatively brief time from 13,000 to 70,000. The superintendents have been instructed to organize the youth of more advanced age into classes, the object of whose teachings will be to prepare them to be useful as missionaries in other capacities. Some people have singular ideas in relation to the principle of agency in its application to children, thinking that they should be left untaught religiously until they reach the age of maturity. This is a fallacy. We have found missionaries who have attended Sunday schools and mutual improvement associations comparatively prepared for their labors. Those who have not received this training were, on the contrary, ignorant of the gospel. If this effect is produced by teaching the children once or twice a week, how much more potent would be the result if these were schools inaugurated in which religious teachings was permissible every day of the week. The district schools are not adequate for this work, as God is practically excluded from them. It has been held by some that secular education is the panacea for all the moral evils afflicted the people. This is incorrect and can be proved by statistical facts procured from places where a free public school system has had full sway. Educating a person in secular facts does not make him a moral man. Hence, some of the most cultured men intellectually are infidel, and a few of them are not paragons of moral excellence. It is a notorious fact that many of that class of people denominated tramps are educated. It behooves the saints to sustain the hands of the brethren in endeavoring to establish a system of schools in line with the genius of the gospel, that the rising generation may be prepared for the mighty work which lies before them in carrying forward the kingdom of God to a successful issue. Those who will perform this labor must be prepared for it physically, religiously, morally, and intellectually. Elder Morgan continued to speak with much force upon the theme of his discourse, showing that mere intellectual culture did not produce moral excellence. He cited as examples the condition of the learned city of Boston. He also directed attention to the examples in the same relation afforded by history, making special mention of the intellectual greatness of ancient Greece, and the fall of that empire because of moral rottenness. He concluded by bearing testimony that the work established by Joseph Smith is the work of God, and was destined to triumph over every opposing force.